Good morning. It is 9 a.m. I slept like a baby last night because my air conditioning is working. So I had my air conditioning on all night and the truck was like a totally different experience. So I slept very well, comparatively, compared to the last week of 95 degree night times. Yeah, I feel a lot better. I feel like when I'm hydrating now, that it's actually staying in my body and not just being sweat out. So very happy with the new air conditioner. It's a little bit noisy, but overall I'm happy with how it is. So today I feel like I can finally get back to a bit of normality. Everything has kind of been chaotic and all over the place. Things are not tidy, not put away, not organized and stuff. So probably today and for the next week or so, I'm going to finally go through and start to figure out what I am keeping in the truck and where's the place for it, what I'm not keeping in the truck, and how I'm going to dispose of it. So I'm ready to get some organization going. So my plan for the day is to finish doing my laundry, do some work stuff. I think a little bit later is I'm gonna try to buy some fabric and some foam and make some cushions for my new sofa, because now I have air conditioning. I feel like I can actually sit down and maybe, fingers crossed, relax a little bit in this truck. So that is my plan for the day. So let's see how the day goes. So I've been on a little mission today. I managed to get myself some project panel plywood for the backs of my cushions. Joann's, the big national chain, is shutting down, so I went there to see if they had anything left, and they don't. It's like the apocalypse happened, so there's just like empty shells everywhere. And when I asked if they had any foam, she just kind of laughed, so I was like, okay, no worries. So I'm going to head to Michael's and I'm going to see if I can find any foam there. Foam and fabric. All I want is 2-inch foam, some basic fabric, and a staple gun, just to make some basic cushions. I'm trying to top up my batteries as much as I can, which means that I want to be out. I kind of want to be out of the truck in order to just top up the batteries. There's one thing that I realized is that I was thinking about getting a third battery, which would take my capacity up to 300 amp hours at 24 volts, which should be enough. But I actually think that I just need to have I need to have a big backup. So I think I need to double my capacity. So that doesn't mean buying a third battery, that means buying 2 new batteries. That's one thing that I think I've come to that conclusion that I need to have double the power capacity. Before I moved in here, I actually really liked to meal prep, and you know, it wasn't like crazy interesting stuff, but I really like to prep my meals for the week so that it's just a lot easier to eat well during the week without having to like just grab something trashy and horrible. Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to do that, which means that I have to rely on crappy convenient food. I think I've ordered takeout more in the truck than I have done in literally any other time in my life, which sucks because it's really bad for you, it's really expensive, and it's also kind of difficult to like try to give directions to someone to a truck and, you know, some way. So yes, there will be cooking in the future, just not right now. Right now it's Serrano ham and reheated tacos. I also just realized that I don't have an extractor fan in here anymore. This, the air conditioning unit recycles the air. It removes the moisture, but the air itself is actually still from outside, so I need to figure out some extraction as soon as possible. It smells damn good. It smells damn good. I just had this weird paranoia with cooking in the van because the time when my inverter just destroyed itself was when I was cooking. I had my old air conditioner on. Everything was just nice, and I had this sense of security that was just like a beautiful moment of tranquility, and then everything just went kaput. So now when I cook, I plug my stovetop into my little backup battery, and I run it at 600 watts instead of the full 1300 watts. Just as like a buffer zone. So yeah, I have this weird paranoia, and something I need to get over, I think. It's getting warm again. It's 90 degrees outside, it's 91 in here, because I've had this off, trying to top up my battery. But I'm definitely grateful I have the opportunity to turn it on. Okay, I'm gonna go look at some fabrics. I want to look at some fabrics and soft things. Okay, so about an hour later, and $148 later, I have cushion foam, 2 inches of that. I have loft batting, which is to go over that. I had to make do with what was available. So this is going to be very interesting because this is bolder than what I wanted. I wanted something very plain for my material, but the plain stuff that they had there was super thin. So I got this material, which is a little bit boho in a way, but still kind of naturally kind of vibes. So I got this, 3 yards of this, and I also got some scissors and a staple gun and some scissors as well. I definitely have enough to make 1 bench. I don't have enough to make 2 of them. The second bench is going to have 1 inch instead of 2 inch, but I didn't get that because they didn't have it. So I'm just going to make the first main bench sofa seat for now, and then I'm going to either go back there another day to see whether they have the 1 inch in stock, or I'll just find somewhere else that just does 1 inch. The reason why I want 2 different levels is the bench is already pretty high anyway, so I just like that is just to I just want 1 inch just to cover that, so that it's not sitting on hardness. So the first thing I want to do now is I'm going to drive back to storage. I'm going to cut 1 inch off my plywood so that it fits on the actual bench itself, and then I'm going to start making cushions and just have a little chill evening making cushions. Maybe put on some YouTube videos or something, and having something on in the background that I can just sort of relax to a little bit. Because I'm pretty pooped, gonna be honest with you. So we started off by cutting the backs to these cushions. So this is just plywood, and then I add the foam to it, and basically I just glue the foam to this plywood and trim the foam around it, and that's essentially the base of the cushion. As you can see here, it is literally just 2 inches of foam and plywood back glued on with spray glue. Then I use this batting, I believe it's called, to add a bit of extra fluff to it, a bit of extra squishiness, and to stop it from looking like so square. When you do actually put the full fabric on, it stops it looking like, it softens the edges basically, is what this batting does as you put it on the cushion itself. Then after you've done the batting, you put on the fabric, and all I did was essentially measure it, cut it, and staple it down, staple it straight down onto the plywood on the back, and pulled it as tight as possible, and folded it over like a little gift, a Christmas gift. Then moving on to the second one, which was using thinner foam. Again, I just glued it onto the plywood and trimmed it down. And this thinner foam is because the other bench is taller, so I wanted to have I just wanted them to be a little bit closer in height overall, but the taller bench had to be taller because it has to have the fridge in it. And again, I just put on the fabric and staple the absolute hell out of it. There we have it. Don't know whether you can see me. This is my AC cable in the way. But I now have 2 bench seats. This has 2-inch foam on it. This has 1-inch foam on it. If you just look at them, they don't look too different in height. It's only when you're like really paying attention to it. Just because this is a little bit shallower foam, this has taller foam. But I think overall, pretty happy. I'm happy with the size of that, because that has to store a lot of stuff in it, and I'm happy with this being more of a sofa one. I'm going to make a little footstool type thing as well, so that can actually just sort of lounge out a little bit, and I'll put a back in as well. I've got a little bit more 2-inch foam. Oops. So I'll probably just cut this in half. I think that will do a good job. Yeah, cut it in half, and I'm going to use that as backing for the sofa. Probably with well, I've got another panel there. And I'll just get more of this material. I like this material. Surprisingly enough, I actually like this material now. It's grown on me. It was, at first, it was a bit like, I think it's made for outdoor furniture. So it's like slightly vinyl-y without it being uncomfortable. Like, most people would not notice it, but I think it's waterproof. I feel like I could dunk a whole bottle of water on this and it would just run straight off. But it's not uncomfortable. So it's actually quite soft and nice. So yeah, I feel pretty happy with it, to be honest with you. This is definitely something that turned out pretty well. It feels kind of homey, which is a really weird feeling, because I've been so used to this feeling like a workshop, to be honest, with all the wood. So to have like a soft furnishing is just a really weird feeling. Like, really weird feeling. I like this material. I'm happy with this material. And it feels nice to, like, I definitely need some cushions. It's just wide enough for it to, this is awkward. It's just wide enough to be able to, like, actually lounge on it. Like, you can't sleep on it, it's not a bed for sure, but just enough to be able to, man, I'm getting sleepy just lying down. Yeah, it's just wide enough to be able to lounge on it and relax a little bit, especially with the little footstool one that I'm going to slide in here as well. Like, if I wanted to just like slouch and watch the TV, then it's just enough space. If I wanted to have the little footstool out, then it works, especially with the back as well, supporting your back. 2 inches is just enough foam to give a little something on the lower back and just be able to relax in like a slouchy sort of position. Oh man, mate, I'm really getting sleepy now. Holy crap. So yeah, I now have sofas. Soft furnishings, and not a ridiculously crazy stressful path to get here. So pretty happy. I am definitely getting tired though, so I'm going to finish tidying up. I'm going to get myself some water, and then I'm going to head to bed because I am definitely tired. It may also be for the fact that I've been using this super strength adhesive in a very small space. So I'm probably also high from this as well. Anyway, so that is it for now. Thank you for joining me, and for now I am clocking out.